What's up, Game Boys and Girls? Big T here, back with another video, and I have a serious problem. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to beef up my status here on YouTube, so I need your help to make that happen. So, what's the problem? You guys know I'm a collector. As you can see, there's multiple games and whatnot and stuff behind me. You've seen me show my collections off. I have collection playlists on the video or on my channel here. So you know that already. But honestly, I never thought of myself as a collector until like maybe a couple of years ago, a few years ago. It was just obvious that I have a lot of stuff. But my thing is like I buy stuff that I want to play, not for the collection so much. At least that was the way it had been. But in recent years, that's kind of changed a little bit, where I'm thinking about investments and whatnot, and having an investment for the future, possibly, having expensive games and whatnot in my collection, so I can someday, use them as equity. But for the most part of my gaming career, my gaming hobby, I have just bought games that I wanted to play, and that is a lot because I'm just a gamer that way. I just like to play a lot of stuff. I've always had multiple consoles per generation. When I could, actually, especially when I can actually afford them myself. So I just ended up accumulating a lot of games. But recently, I see myself buying stuff more and more, thinking about collective purposes and equity purposes. And it's not out of control yet. I don't plan it to be, but I just thought about it because I recently acquired the NES edition here for the Nintendo World Champions. You guys already know about this already. That I already bought this, and maybe you've seen it. I don't know. I think I showed it in the podcast. Juices Loose. Shout out to that crew. But then I ended up getting another one. And I'm not sure I plan on opening either one of these. I just almost can't bring myself to do it. So it's like, why am I buying this stuff if I don't plan on opening it? It's just going to sit in a box on a shelf. Or even worse than sitting on a shelf, it's going to sit in a what do you call those totes? In a plastic tote somewhere. That's just how I've seen things recently. And it's just more and more it's happening. So I'm just gonna share with you a few of the things that I've purchased over the years, and kind of like what my I don't know if strategy is the right word, but what my how I kind of game today. Like what I do, what's my setup. So you guys probably know I have Steam, and I have a Steam Deck. Actually, is it in here? Yeah, it's right here. I have a Steam Deck right here. And this is one of the things that's kind of been fueling my collective nature, if you will. Because if you know anything about Steam, you can get a lot of really good games. Most of the, pretty much every third party comes out on PC. And therefore, it ends up on Steam usually. Now there's competition from Epic Game Store and whatnot. But at some point, it usually will end up on Steam. And you can get a lot of games that way. And I have like Humble Bundle, which is, for like $11, you get like a bunch of games every month. And I end up playing a lot of stuff, or getting a lot of stuff that way. So, and I get it for really cheap. So it doesn't bother me to think, well, hey, maybe I'll just buy the physical copy of that game also, and never open it. It's like a sealed thing that I can keep. I'm still playing the game, but I can, have it sealed, for the collection, for, the equity of that collection later on. And I think, oh, that's really cool. And a service that I didn't care about before that ended up having a lot more value to me is Game Pass. Game Pass is also an excellent way for me to play a bunch of games really cheap And I like to have games, like to buy games, so I'll end up getting the physical game later on, when it's way cheaper, or in some kind of sale or whatnot. There's a lot of summer sales and stuff going on right now, and so that's another way for it's like, all right, yes, I'm paying more because I'm buying the game twice essentially. But sometimes I'm not. Sometimes, like I said, I'm getting it on a deal. I'm getting it on a sale, and it'll end up being less than the purchase of, the full price game. If I buy it on Steam on a sale, and then I buy the physical, disc or whatever later on, I'm not paying $60 or $70. I'm probably paying 40 or less because of the discounted way of that, how that works, and I like that. And it's also, again, a way for me to play the game and keep it sealed for shelf space, on my shelf. So that's cool. And I just want to share a few of the games that I bought that I'm probably never going to open, not myself anyway. This one is obviously Shadow Man for the Switch. This is the remastered version, so it has updated resolution and frame rate. This is one of my favorite games on the N64. Sometimes often forgotten. The sequel actually is pretty good too. I think it's only on PS2. But I'm never going to open this because if I want to play this game, I'll just play the N64 game because I still actively play my N64. Or I don't think I have this on Steam, but I can easily pick this up on Steam, the remastered version anyway. Or pick up the Switch version, which is also remastered. So I probably would pick it up on Steam because if I wanted to play the remastered version, I know that has the best frame rates and whatnot. So because it's a PC. So yeah, there's that. And then here's a game I've already bought 3 times. I've already bought 3 times. Streets of Rage 4. I mean, I love it, so I don't mind giving them more money for this purchase. This I obviously bought full price. I can't remember exactly how much this version was. I want to say 60. And the game itself was probably like 30 when it came out. But then I bought the digital version initially because the physical version wasn't out yet. And I had no problem doing that because I knew later on when the physical came out, I'd still get it. But then I ended up getting like this special limited run edition, which is fantastic. I love it because it has the kind of Genesis style. The Genesis boxes were the best because they're like hard plastic and they were really protective. And so they last a lot longer than like the cardboard boxes from Super Nintendo. This thing's a little hard to pop here. I don't open it very much, or if at all. I can't remember. Still has the new game smell in it, so let me hurry up and do this so I don't lose that smell. Weirdo collector stuff. It has this really cool steel book right here, and then the game's in there, and I think there's some cards or something. Maybe not. I think there were cards. I think I took the cards out. I'll put them back in here at some point. But yeah, this is fantastic. This is a really good collector item, and obviously it has the slipcover, which is basically the same. Fantastic game. I love this game. I play it all the time still. Trying to beat it with every character and whatnot. And it can get tough, as you guys probably know. Put that over there. Here's another game I'm probably never going to open, the Limited Run again. I like Limited Run. I don't know why there's so much hate for Limited Run. I don't really get it, because it's like, if it wasn't for them and, Super Rare, or I think there's one other, then you wouldn't get these, indie games physically. And this is the first time we got it physically. Scott Pilgrim. And about Scott Pilgrim versus the World, which is a movie. It's one of my favorites. And the game is really good. It's a beat 'em up, side-scrolling beat 'em up, and that basically goes through the story of Scott Pilgrim. Very cool. This game got discontinued at one point, and it finally got brought back, and that's why a lot of fans got excited for it. So that's cool. What else here? I have a couple of these. I have the Xbox one as well. but I really want it because I'm a huge Star Fox fan. A little dusty there. Starlink Battle for Atlas. This is complete in box, never opened, which kind of sucks because you know anything about this game, the entire game is not on the cart for the Switch version. But I mostly care about the R-Wing and the little figurines and stuff. So that's why I got this. And they got really cheap. They started selling these for like 20 bucks. I think it got even down to $10 brand new, like for this set, which is insane. I think I remember Arlo, the YouTuber Arlo, buying a bunch of them when they were 10 bucks. Yeah, so I'm never going to open that. Probably. I already have an open copy of it. So, and pretty much all the little ships and stuff I have as well. But then I bought this, and this is actually already open. And I plan on opening this because I want the little gun, the gun here, the gun shell, I should say, for your Switch controllers to go in. And this is like the best one I've seen. And I bought this specifically for House of the Dead, not this game. This game is likely shovelware. But I bought it because I wanted this gun to play House of the Dead remake on, or not, is it remake or remaster? On Switch. And that's why I bought this, because I wanted that gun con. Don't really care for the game itself. The game is already open, it's not sealed either, so neither is this setup here. So I'm not really sure I showed that, actually, because it's not sealed. Okay, is that it for that stuff? All right, and then I guess this is the last thing I'm going to show, and that is the Evercade Arcade Versus. This is the Atomic Edition. This is a special edition for Duke Nukem that came out, and that's why you have the little kind of emergency yellow, what do you call those? Caution things. That's the design for Duke Nukem. I've opened this. I mean, I'm taking the sleeve off, but I don't plan on actually using this. Let's see. Yeah, pop that open. Yeah, it's open. So it has been opened, but I'll never play it itself. It's really nice. It's a really nice console. I really like the design of it. I never really cared for the kind of white with red trimming of the original console, original Evercade console. Yeah, there's the cartridge slot. You can put 2 games in at once. Very cool. But yeah, I never cared for that version. So I still don't have a console one, but I actually just ordered. I just ordered a new special edition one that's coming with Tomb Raider collection. So, and I'm gonna actually use that one as my main console to play on. So yeah, but this is really cool, and I'm just gonna keep it, like I said, sealed. Well, it's not really sealed, but just keep it in good shape inside of its case. Never gonna play it, and it's just part of the collection. So. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it I have to show here. But yeah, I guess, like I said, I'm having kind of a change in my philosophy when it comes to collecting. I've always been like a collector who just played the games. And I still do. But this is a way, using Game Pass, using Steam sales, to play games and still buy them later sealed. I do that with Switch. Obviously, I got Tears of the Kingdom as well as Pikmin 4 digitally with the coupon. What was it called? The voucher setup. So I got those 2 games for $100 together, and I'm gonna go back and buy both games and have them for the collection, and they'll just stay sealed because I already have it digitally. I can play it digitally. So I think that's a cool thing. I think, especially with the sales and whatnot. So you don't end up spending crazy money, going bankrupt buying games for your collection. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you think I have a problem? Is it out of control? No, I don't think so. I mean, obviously, I'm me. I'm not gonna say I think You know, obviously it's playful. It's a playful title and whatnot. And I would never like go bonkers with it, because what's the point? And then these are all games I'm going to play, or I have been playing, or I want to play, and so I will buy. It's not like I'm putting them on a shelf and that's it. Buying them, putting on a shelf. I still want to play them. So even though I am collecting, I'm still actually gaming, and I think that is what separates, you know, the kind of like value collector with, you know, gamers. I think sometimes people get contentious about that online. They don't like resellers and whatnot, which I get. They're in it for the culture of gaming, which I am too, obviously. And I'm, like I said, I'm still an active gamer. It's not about flipping it and whatnot and not really caring. So yeah, there it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you also have problems in collecting and all that stuff? You just want to have it all just all surrounding you and just, you know, all, you know, pushing you out of house and home, and you have no more room because you're just a hoarder of video games? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you again for watching and listening, and now see you fools next time. Peace out.